रिफॉर्म करेंगे। तो ये सोशियो रिलीजियस रिफॉर्म एक तरीका का अवेकनिंग था हमारे लिए, ठीक है। तो सोशियो रिलीजियस रिफॉर्म वाज अ काइंड ऑफ अवेकनिंग, फीलिंग ऑफ रिवाइविंग ऑफ द ग्लोरी ऑफ द पास्ट। जो भी पास्ट में हुआ है उसको रिवाइव करना। वेस्टर्न कॉन्टैक्ट, सती, चाइल्ड मैरिज, विडो, पॉलीगैमी, कास्ट सिस्टम, मॉडर्न एजुकेशन, ठीक है, लॉजिक, साइंस वगैरह लाना, कन्वर्शन, इंडियन रिकोगनाइजेज वीकनेस ऑफ द सोसाइटी, इम्पैक्ट ऑफ प्रेस, लिटरेचर एंड मैगजीन्स, ठीक है, एंड राइज ऑफ द रिफॉर्मर्स, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे ना कुछ रेनेसास जो है इंडिया में हुआ है चेंजेस लाने का। एक पारसी ने करा है रूह मनाया मज़ा यादून सभा, ठीक है, रहू माए मज़ा यादून सभा। हिंदू रेनेसा वेस्टर्न मेथड में क्या था, ब्रह्मो समाज। वेस्टर्न मेथड, क्योंकि ब्रह्मो समाज ये खुद राजा राम मोहन रॉय जिन्होंने ये करा था वो खुद वेस्ट में काम करते थे, वेस्ट के लिए। ह्यूमनिज्म, रामाकृष्णा, ये वेस्ट और इंडिया का बैलेंस है, ठीक है। तो रामाकृष्णा क्या ह्यूमनिज्म है और ये क्या है, वेस्ट और इंडिया का क्या है, बैलेंस है। ये जो दलित रिफॉर्म होता है वो महर मूवमेंट और टेम्पल एंट्री मूवमेंट का होता है। मुस्लिम रेनेसा, वेस्ट में अलीगढ़ मूवमेंट होता है और एंशियंट में देवबंद। सिख अकाली मूवमेंट, सिख मूवमेंट किसका है, अकाली। नेचर ऑफ द सोशल रिलीजियस मूवमेंट, पहला क्या है, रिफॉर्म करना, नॉट रिवॉल्यूशनरी रिफॉर्म, अटैक सोशल इवल्स एंड सुपरस्टिशंस बट डिड नॉट रिजेक्ट द रिलीजन इटसेल्फ, एम टू प्यूरिफाई। रिफॉर्म करना मतलब थोड़ा मोड़ा चेंजेस करना, पूरी तरीके से ही नहीं बदलना। मिडिल क्लास लीडरशिप, मोस्ट ऑफ द लीडरशिप जो थे वो एजुकेटेड मिडिल क्लास थे या तो अर्बन बेस्ड थे। ऐसे पूछ जा सकता है ये क्या थे, एजुकेटेड मिडिल क्लास और अर्बन बेस्ड थे। ऑफकोर्स अर्बन बेस्ड थे क्योंकि वो अवेयर थे सोसाइटी के इविल के बारे में। रूरल पीपल जो थे उस टाइम के तो इजीली बिलीव कर लेते थे और वो एजुकेटेड थे, तभी तो वो अगेंस्ट खड़े होते हैं ना। डेमोक्रेटिक वैल्यू, प्रमोटेड इंडिविजुअल राइट, इक्वालिटी एंड वुमेन एजुकेशन। इन्होंने क्या प्रमोट करा था, इंडिविजुअल राइट, इक्वालिटी एंड वुमेन एजुकेशन। राजा राम मोहन रॉय फाउट फॉर द वुमेन एंड इन्होंने अपोज करा था। एजुकेशनल एम्फेसिस, रिफॉर्मर्स बिलीव दैट एजुकेशन इज द की टू चेंज। राजा राम मोहन रॉय फाउट फॉर द वुमेन राइट्स, ठीक है। एंड वुमेन राइट्स के लिए किसने फाइट करा था, तो राजा राम मोहन रॉय थे जिन्होंने वुमेन के राइट के लिए फाइट करा था। संवाद कमुदी, ठीक है। इनोवेशन एंड मॉडर्न, ठीक है, वेस्टर्न मॉडर्न आइडियाज ब्लेंडेड विद द इंडियन ट्रेडिशंस, ठीक है। Here there was lot of innovations where western ideas started to be blending with the Indian tradition, okay, so it is very important. Next is what, Raja Ram Mohan Roy. He is also titled as Raja by Akbar II. So who named him Raja? So it was Akbar II. So 1774 to 1833, 1774 to 1833. In 1833 he died in Bristol, London, okay, so where he died, Bristol, London. He is the father of the Indian Renaissance, earliest reformer who worked for social, religious and educational changes, ठीक है। His progressive ideas helped to develop the modern and rational outlook. Because of his progressive ideas, modern and rational outlook developed. His book Tufate Mujahudeen, Gift of Monotheism, Persian Language, 1805, ठीक है। His famous book Tufate Mujahudeen, Gift of Monotheism in Persian Language, 1805. Next, early life. He was born in a Bengali family. 1774 he was born. Okay. He worked in a British East India Company. This is what I already told you. And came in the contact with both Indian tradition and Western ideas. Because he worked with the British, so it was very obvious that when you work with people, you come in contact with them. Okay. Indian society must reform itself for the progress. And he said what? That yeah, it is important that Indian society should reform themselves if they want the progress, then came into service, ठीक है। of company Diwan of the John Digby in 1803 and worked for the zamindari system. So in 1803 he came into the service of the John John Digby service. He came in the service of the John Digby. 1814 Atmiya Sabha was formed and 1828 Brahmo Samaj was formed. Okay. His major contribution 1820 Percept of the Jesus where 1814 and 1828. These two dates you need to remember. Percept of the Jesus, miracle stories, moral and philosophical ideas he wrote, message of the New Testament. Okay. Now he worked for the purifying Buddhism and monotheism. Social reform opposed what? Sati, caste system, polygamy, child marriage. This is what you have been knowing since you were a child. Okay, next is what? His effort led William Bentinck to ban sati in the year 1829, supported widow remarriage and the women education, promoted women right in property and in society, and social reform is not choice but a necessity for the progress. Samvad Kamudi 1821, Miratul Akbar 1821, Brout Brahmanical magazine in English. Okay, Samvad Kamudi and Miratul Akbar. Next is what? Religious reform. One God rejected idol worship. Okay, the idea of the idol worship. Then the idea that all religion truth. Okay, 1805 Tufate Mujahideen and gift of monotheism. 1828 Brahmo Sabha was formed and later it was named as Brahmo Samaj. Promoted monotheism and rational humanity, religion, Advaitwad, the root of the Hindu religion using Vedas to purify the Hinduism, and Vedas were used to purify the Hinduism. Educational reform 1816 Vedanta Society was formed in Calcutta. Vedanta Society, Calcutta, 1816. Okay. Vedanta Society, Calcutta supported modern and English education. Hindu College 1817. 1816 Vedanta Society and 1817 Hindu College. Okay. With David Hare. Anglo-Indian 1828 Vedanta College 1825 and then Vedanta College to Vedanta Society in 1816, then Hindu College in the next year and then Vedanta College in 1825. Vedanta College when in 1825. To combine the knowledge of the Indian modern knowledge and Indian philosophy, he founded Vedanta College. Division. In 1843, Tagore, head of the Brahmo Samaj, published Tattva Bodhini Sabha. In 1843, Tagore published what? 1843, Tattva Bodhini Sabha. Okay, Tattva Bodhini magazine and appointed Keshav as the Acharya through whose it spread South and West India. Okay, Brahmo Marriage Act 1872 and Keshav Chandra Act Adi Brahmo Samaj. Journalism and the press. Okay, to reform the ideas. Okay, published Samvad Kamudi Bengali and Miratul Akbar Persian. Anand Mohan ठीक है शास्त्री Now Anand Mohan Bose and Shivnath Shastri founded साधारण ब्रह्मो समाज 1878 में. ठीक है, तो 1878 में साधारण ब्रह्मो समाज was founded by Anand Mohan Bose and Shivnath Shastri. ठीक है, Anand Mohan Bose and the Shivnath Shastri. Anand Mohan Bose and Shivnath Shastri. Baramanikal Patrika was there in English, led movement against the ban on the newspaper, conclusion pioneering political field, liberal ideology, first Indian or the first person invited in the British Parliament to consult on the Indian affairs. He founded Atmiya Sabha in 1814 and Vedanta Society in 1816. Now Swami Dayanand Saraswati and Arya Samaj 1875. Early life, he was born in 1824 in Morbi, Gujarat. Where he was born, Swami Sahajanand Saraswati. He was born in 1824 in Morbi, Gujarat. His childhood name was Mool Shankar. He became a disciple of Veejjanand. Okay, Swami Dayanand was the disciple of Swami Veejjanand in Mathura in 1861 and he taught him Vedas. Okay, he taught him Vedas. ठीक है, तो he was born in 1824 Morbi, Gujarat. Childhood name was Mool Shankar. He became a disciple of Swami Veejjanand in Mathura and 1861 who taught him Vedas. Started preaching to remove the social religious rule. He used the word Swaraj for the first time and promoted self-rule and self-respect. ठीक है, तो India is for Indians. This line has been given by the Dayanand Saraswati. ठीक है, Dayanand Saraswati. ठीक है, hosted Pakhan Khandini in Agra 1863. Pakhan Khandini Agra 1863. He hosted what? Pakhand Khandini, Agra, 1863. His major contribution, Swami Pojanand named Dayanand Saraswati, religious reform, God is formless, powerful, and Vedas are the true source of the knowledge. Okay, this was his religious reform. Swami Pojanand named him Dayanand Saraswati. Okay, so of course his name was Mool Shankar. We have already studied this. He was born in Moolvi, Gujarat. So when his name was Mool Shankar, so who named him Dhyana Saraswati? It was Swami Poojanand. Okay, he said what? God is formless, powerful, and according to him, he was very much fan of Vedas. So what he said that Vedas are the true source of knowledge. Arya Samaj was founded in Bombay 1875 and in Lahore 1877. So Arya Samaj was having two branches. The first one in Bombay 1875 and another one in Lahore 1877. He rejected idol worship, superstitions वगैरह, gave the call back to the Vedas, started Shuddhi movement, bring back people who had converted to the other religion. Social reform, opposed sati, child marriage, caste discrimination, supported widow remarriage and women education, established Goraksh Sabha to protect the cow. Okay, who established? The Swami Dayanand Saraswati. Okay, established what? Goraksh Sabha to protect the cows. He encouraged the Swadeshi movement and called what Hindi nation language. Okay, encouraged Swadeshi goods and called Hindi for the Hindi nation language. What he wanted the national language. Okay, so Goraksha Sabha, women education. Now next is what? Educational reform. He gave importance to the modern as well as the traditional education. He gave importance to what? He gave importance to the modern as well as the traditional education. He, DAV, Lala Hansraj and Lala Rajpat Rai. ठीक है, DAV group was founded by Hansraj and the Lala Rajpat Rai. ठीक है, Gurukul and Swami Shradhanand. First Anglo-Vedic school was there in Lahore 1866. Anglo-Vedic school was there in the Lahore 1866. ठीक है, तो Dyanand Anglo-Vedic school. Okay, it was founded in the Lahore in 1866. ठीक है, Dyanand Anglo school. Okay. First Dhyanand Anglo School was founded in Lahore in the year 1866. Lahore 1866. Political and national reform, self-rule and Swadeshi. Okay, he was like his favorite word was S. Okay, first Dhyanand Anglo Vedic School, Lahore. It was founded in Lahore in 1886. Okay. Lala Rajpat Rai and Tilak was inspired from him. Inspirational leaders like Lala Rajpat Rai and Tilak. Arya Samaj became a strong base for the nationalism in Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, UP. So here it became a very strong base. Arya Samaj, revivalist movement 1875. There were great deeds was that for him the great deed was charity. He spread Hindu and the Sanskrit. Formless, according to him, God is what? Formless. Every person has a right to reach God. Okay, according to him, what it was? That every person is having a right to reach God. By one way or the other way, he was against the untouchability. Vedas are the true source of the knowledge and spread knowledge and remove the ignorance. Swami Sahajanand Saraswati said, no matter how much anyone says, but Swadeshi Raj is supreme. Okay, of course, and he called for the Hindi language. Next we have what? Ramakrishna Mission and the Vivekananda, born in 1863. 11 September 1893. 11 September 1893. This date is very important, so you need to remember this. Okay, 11 September 1893. He participated in the first religious parliamentary in Chicago, and he started his public speech. Okay, with my brothers and sisters, where in the Columbus Hall, and discussed Hinduism for 7 days. He discussed Hinduism. So first of all, we need to remember the date, and then his starting line. He got said the last grain of the cooking pot, and the believers said, believe in last grain of cooking pot a home, and believe in giving bread to the hungry. He believed in humanism or also service to the bread. He said that no one should be hungry or illiterate. 1897, Vivekananda founded Ramakrishna, and it was having two centers, Baranagar and Mayavati near Almora. Baranagar and Mayavati near Almora. So there were two centers. Okay, that is very important. Baranagar and Mayavati. Okay, and it was near Almora. It was near Almora. Okay, service to man is service to God. What was his belief? That when you give the service to the man, you are giving the service to man is the service to God. Okay, Baranagar and Mayavati later became Vellore near Calcutta, Baranagar. Okay, and then later the center became near Vellore. So Mayavati was near Almora and Baranagar, Vellore. Social economic equality, Ramakrishna mission work to heal wound of the top suffering people. Ramakrishna movement was founded by Vivekananda 1897. It was after a spiritual guru, Ram Krishna Paramahansa, and Dhyana Saraswati's guru was Vijayanand. Okay, the mission was to spread Vedanta, promote service, and remove the social evil. Mission is based on Vedanta philosophy. God is formless, omnipresent, and it also wanted to build a strong, socially responsible India. Nation building and helping the poor. सोशल एंड एजुकेटेड बुक was there प्रभुनंद भारती उबोधना. मैं समाजवादी हूँ. So his important book is Ubodhana. On his speech, a New York Herald newspaper wrote, it's foolish to send Christian prisoners to such countries. ठीक है. On his speech to Chicago, New York Herald, which newspaper wrote? New York. In New York, there was a newspaper, Herald. Take a newspaper wrote that it is foolish to send Christian prisoners to such country because they believe in Hinduism. Salvation will be achieved by serving humanity. What was the revelation of education when people of your country is suffering from hunger? So it was like, what is the point of education when your own country people are suffering from hunger? Aligarh movement, okay, started 9th century, modernized Muslim, promote modern education. So Sayyid Ahmad Khan was the leader. Initially, he worked for East India Company, so he understood the importance of the English education. So he was also in favor of English education and modern education, and he founded Scientific Society in 1864. Scientific Society 1864 published Tehzeebul Akhlaq in Persian. Okay, he published what? Tehzeebul Akhlaq in Persian. ठीक है, to awaken the Muslim society. Objective was to help the Muslim community of the East India Company and support Hindu-Muslim unity and United India Patriotic Association in 1888. So he published Tehzeebul Akhlaq in Persian to awaken the Muslim society. He published what? Tehzeebul Akhlaq. Okay, what was his newspaper? Tehzeebul Akhlaq. Therefore, he founded United India Patriotic Association 1887. United India Patriotic Association 1887 supported Hindu-Muslim unity, believed Muslims should stay away from the Congress in the beginning. It was like from the very beginning, please stay away from the Congress. Took establishment of the education institutions. 24 May 1875, he founded MAO, Muhammad Anglo-Oriental College. Muhammad Anglo-Oriental College, when he founded 24 May 1875. 24 May 1875. 24 May 1875. Later, it became AMU in 1920. College produced new generation of the educated Muslims who could compete for the government job and take part in the administrations. Okay. Role of British supported because they saw it as a modern moralistic effort. British officers Theodoric Beck and Northbrook provided financial assistance. ठीक है, कौन-कौन ने दिया? Theodoric Beck and Northbrook ने. और ये क्वेश्चन आया है एग्जाम में. ठीक है. मैगजीन क्या था? तहज़ीबुल अखलाक. ठीक है. तो रिफॉर्म मूवमेंट कितना सक्सेसफुल था? केशव चंद सेन अपोज मैरिज, लेकिन उन्होंने अपनी बेटी को ही शादी करा दिया था, तो उनको उनके मॉडर्न सोसाइटी से हटा दिया गया था. 7 जज बेंच चंद्रचूड वाला देख लेना. ओवर रूल 4:3. ज्योतिबा फुले, अनटचेबिलिटी. राइट ऑफ मैन थॉमस पाइने, सोशल जस्टिस. सावित्री फुले, गुलामगिरी 1848. राइट ऑफ मैन 1872. गुलामगिरी 1873. सत्य शोधक समाज.